Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another financial corner. It's your boy D Fat Stacks, and yeah, I wasn't on any financial corner last week. There wasn't too much of the big news early last week, but as we went through the week, obviously, the elephant in the room was Microsoft buying Activision. So, let me turn that down so it doesn't echo, and all right, anyways. But so Microsoft buying, like I said earlier, Activision was a pretty bold acquisition by Microsoft, but to put them in a number three spot when it comes to, well, behind Tencent and Sony, obviously, when it comes to companies on the gaming segment. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what Microsoft does with Activision, if they're gonna break them apart, or are they gonna clean house? Because Microsoft is definitely not gonna be messing around with the whole allegations that's been going on Activision. I'm sure they're gonna want to have that cleaned up over time as time goes on, or they might just let them deal with it themselves before they have to step in. But either way, we'll see what the federal regulators say, and hopefully they let the sale go through. So I don't know, it was 69 billion, so all cash purchase too. Microsoft got that money. So all right, so let's go to, as you can see today, of course, the S&P was down 1.22%, the Dow was down 1.9%, NASDAQ down 2.28%. The Russell was down 1.45%. Now, the last couple of days, it's been kind of swinging heavy. Just over one way, and then just before the market closes, then it seems like it's swinging back. Like I said, the way the markets swing, in my opinion, doesn't matter if you're just a conservative investor, meaning you have, and I always talk about this every week, you have investors that kind of set it and forget it. You have those investors, that kind of choose their own way. I'm one of those choose their own way, but I have a little mixed in set it and forget it as well. But if you're just one of those investors that you just putting your money into an ETF, or you already have a financial advisor, then none of this, what I'm about to say, means anything to you at all, period, point blank, because somebody else is doing the work for you. Or you're just, like I said, dropping it into an ETF. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I will say, the way how the markets are swinging so wildly right now, hopefully people have their portfolio balanced. It's gonna get, and the interesting about this is the Feds already have told everybody how they're going to phase out their asset purchases before raising interest rates. So you would figure the market is already have that marked in of how the market's going to react to it. But the interesting part about that is, how hawkish will the Feds be, meaning how aggressive will they go to raising interest rates within the next couple years. What I mean by couple years is they're going to raise it this year, they're going to raise it next year, but how aggressive are they going to raise it, and how meaning how many times they're going to raise it this year into next year and then the year after next. So the wild swings is just crazy to me, because there's really, I mean, in this type of market as well, you want companies that actually have a solid ground when it comes to profits, because you had a lot of IPOs that came out in 2020, a lot of IPOs that came out in 2021. A number of them didn't really have established cash flow per se, and you can see it being affected in the market right now. Like recently, they call them meme stocks, but if you look at, obviously, Palantir was a stock that I owned when it was $8 a share when it did its direct listing. Like I said, I sold it once it got to like 20 something Now Palantir is down to 13. If Palantir drops to $10 and change, I'm picking it up. I'm telling you right now, as a trade asset, I'm gonna pick up. If Palantir drops to $10 and change, I'm picking it up, and I'm gonna trade it off again once it hits over 20 something dollars a share. That's exactly what I'm doing if I see Palantir drop around $10 a share. So I'm calling it right now. So, but it's also, there's a lot of stocks as well. What else? They have like Robinhood that came out not too long ago, and they have declined pretty steeply. Um, what else? There's some other stocks. Um, what is that? App Harvest, I believe, the company that builds the harvests, the whole like harvest domes and stuff like that. There's been a few companies, C3I, what is it? Marquetta, I believe. There are a lot of companies that came out in the tech, and now they're getting hit pretty hard stock wise. So is that surprising? No. But this is why also too, they always tell you, make sure you stick with solid companies regardless of that fact. And I will preach that as well. I'm not saying anything different from, well, I'm not an aggressive investor. I'm not looking to lose my money. You know, obviously I understand when the market dips, I'm buying, especially for what I want. So, but I guess I'm more of a moderate. I wouldn't call myself any type of aggressive whatsoever when it comes to investing, because I want my money to grow steadily over time. So I kind of pick and choose what battles, you kind of pick and choose where you want to enter in certain categories. And me personally, I have a few names here and there that I'm gonna pick myself, that I'm gonna use as a trade asset here and there. So, but as like I said earlier, there's a lot of noise going around with all the analysis when they talk about, how the markets are reacting. Why are they reacting the way they do? Man, all I know is that if the correct, and obviously this does this all the time, there's always some type of 5 to 10% correction. Always, obviously you can't time it, but when it does, you do kind of want to have cash on hand so you can buy what you want. Unfortunately, the two biggest areas that are, riding pretty high in the last couple of days have been energy and financials. And of course, energy in my portfolio is pretty strong, and I'm trying to pick up more financials before the interest rates go up. So, but as of right now, financials are looking pretty expensive depending on what you're trying to get into. So, like I said, I picked up Citigroup the other day. I would have loved to pick up like JP Morgan, but I ain't got that type of bread to be fooled. Once a stock gets to a certain point, I kind of leave it alone. So I'm looking like, for discounts, good companies still discounted. They all right. They give a dividend. You know what I'm saying? The Citigroup for me is a safe bet. It's going to be around a while. Like I said, I was in Citigroup initially when it was 44 something dollars a share. So, and I was in JP Morgan as well when JP Morgan was $91 a share. So, I know a few of those companies I was in. So, but the financials, I definitely want to get into possibly another one. I don't know which one, or maybe just stick to Citigroup. So we'll see where I go with that. But once again, I want to talk about Microsoft and the moves that they made with Activision. I think on the gaming end, in my opinion, is a good move to do. Microsoft is already making ridiculous amount of money with their cloud software, and of course, their Windows software. A lot of their subscription, Microsoft is a lot of it's subscription based, so they banking on quite a bit of money every year. So to me, for them trying to step up their gaming portfolio is not a surprise, and with what they've been trying to acquire, it will be interesting to see how they handle certain games that Activision, of course, StarCraft, you have Call of Duty, Overwatch, so You have those titles, and also too the other small title. I think I've seen like Guitar Heroes also. So there are a lot of games that they might revive too as well. So we'll see what's up with that uh when the time comes. But stock wise, in my opinion, I don't think buying Activision really moves the stock as much. To me personally, I think it's a good fit though for Microsoft to bring in even more money, to tell you the truth. But is it going to be like a big enough acquisition to just all of a sudden make the stock just move? You know what I mean? But I will say though, at the point of the announcement, Activision stock went up, but Microsoft's went down that day. So, but let's take a look, since we're talking about Microsoft, obviously. Let's look at, they had put out earnings earlier today. So did 3M. 3M put out their earnings not too long ago. So as you can see right now, Microsoft stock is down 288. At one point they were like 300 and change. So, and of course, if you can, we gonna scroll down and take a look at their Q1. They beat in their Q1. They beat in their Q2. And this is what I'm telling you, that when you are looking to pick your individual stocks, if you're one person that picks your individual stocks, it is imperative that you understand and read these quarterly financials. It is a must. Why? Because you see these green arrows going up like that. You see what I'm saying? Obviously Microsoft is a solid company across the board. You see what I'm saying? Solid company across the board. So would I look to buy some Microsoft? It's not far-fetched. Like I tell people, man, like when Microsoft was $133 a share, I did not pick it up. And I could have picked up quite a bit then, but I decided to go a different route. And would I kick myself in the foot for not picking it up back then at $133 a share? No, because I did make quite a bit of money on the energy sector. So obviously when the energy sector was buried, I had about 7 energy stocks that I invested in. Yes, 7. I think 40 to 45% of my portfolio was energy at that time. It isn't now though, obviously, because I made, quite a bit off the energy stocks. But I think my portfolio now is still 28% energy, and I only have 3 energy stocks, which is Chevron, MMP, which is that pipeline, and then I have Exxon. Those are the only 3 energy stocks I own now. So. But as y'all can see, man, definitely Microsoft is a solid company you can invest in, guaranteed. So now one thing I want to talk about is crypto. Now you have a lot of people out there that's invested in crypto, and obviously right now it is right now the South Pole going on with crypto. I mean, it is getting no love right now. You know what I'm saying? So obviously this happens quite a bit with crypto, just like the market, just in a different way. But when crypto gets hit, you got to brace to be able to take that. Got to be able to take it on the chin when it comes to crypto. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, even my positions, I mean, I've built up small positions over time, little by little by little. So, and I could have sold out here these past months when it was like, when the wave was riding high, and, anything that was tweeted was setting the crypto ablaze. And obviously everybody's waiting to see if the SEC is going to allow crypto to have to be on the New York Stock Exchange, depending on what the SEC chair says. And obviously the the regulators want to regulate crypto. People don't want crypto regulated because they already know what that comes with. So, and obviously it's a little bit more complicated than that. I've read a few articles already. Actually, I've read them here, showing you guys here of Gessler stating the fact, because of fraud, money laundering, and certain criminal activities, and other reasons why they want to kind of tighten up and clean up crypto before they even thinking about putting it on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, will that ever happen? Who knows? So, obviously, the government and everybody else wants a hand in there in the cookie jar when it comes to crypto, but you got other people that don't want that too much. So, but yes, as you can see, I do have the charts up a little bit when it comes to crypto. I am holding my positions as well. I did buy some more Cardano. I did buy some more Stellar Lumens. I sold out of the Polygon once it got up to like 269, 270, I believe. So, I did sell out of that when it got up there so I can reinvest into some more positions. So, and that's how I'm playing crypto right now. I'm just using it to build up kind of, once it gets to a point, sell a certain percentage, buy something else, let that ride up, sell it, bring it back again. So, just trying to, build that little establishment on the crypto side. I'm not putting in too much cash on that side per se. So y'all know me, man. I'm trying to stay with the stocks and what's solid. So but other than that, I mean, I really haven't been looking to too many of the stories when it comes to letting you guys know what's going on. I mean, I really haven't seen anything significant. Obviously, the biggest move right now is when the Fed will stop. When will they finish buying? And if y'all, well, before I finish that sentence, if y'all look at the right, a lot of these stocks I do own on the right, and I'm glad for IBM because IBM is a nice little position that I have, and I'm glad IBM is rebounding. Let's hope they keep going up. But anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? I done lost my train of thought. Well, either way. But when it comes to, like I was saying, when it comes to stories, I didn't really see anything significant other than the Microsoft story. And of course, everybody is kind of, guesstimating what's really going on in the market and the swings and what's really going on with the options and who's doing what, because really the market's just doing what it usually does. Ain't no surprises there unless there's some kind of huge move that's like unknown. But right now, everybody knows that the Feds are going to raise interest rates. So, yes, the stocks are going to be affected. And yes, there's going to be a correction in the midst of everything. How deep that correction is, who knows? But you could always have your pocketbook waiting on the side. You see what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, yeah, I just wanted to hit y'all up with a financial corner today. Nothing to really establish, nothing really to get into unless somebody asks me to either look up something, you know what I mean, unless there's some kind of intriguing story. But like I said, if you guys want me to look up something or talk about a specific subject, then you hit me up on the socials, IG, Twitter, here, you see what I'm saying, Facebook, you know what I mean? So make sure you guys, hit me up on those socials if you have questions and whatnot. Like I said, I'm here for y'all. So this is just basic financial literacy. Nothing difficult. We're just looking to make sure that everybody understands, just the basic concepts. If you're just looking to understand, trying to get invested, long-term goals with investment, definitely ask your questions. We'll try to get you in the right direction. If I don't know the answer, I will get you the answer or get somebody that knows the answer, because there is no reason why you shouldn't be financial literate in investing and understanding letting your money grow, compound interest, because these are the things that will help you long term. Putting money away in a savings account for 20 years versus putting money in a investment account for 20 years is two totally different volumes. I guarantee you at the end of 20 years there's going to be a huge difference. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously everybody, you need to have your emergency money. But after that emergency money, it's just dead money, just letting it sit there in the bank. Like I said, I always say, to me, money gotta work while I sleep. Money can work 24/7. I don't have to. See what I mean? So, but definitely, let's see. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody today. Well, appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, we just gonna do a nice little short, sweet, to the point today when it comes to the financial corner. So, you know what I mean? Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. Next week, we'll see. We'll see if we can see if anything is going on. But like I said, right now it's just a lot of noise going on in the market. Nothing special, obviously, other than the Microsoft news. Other than that, I mean, it ain't really nothing big going on. So, but y'all be easy. Y'all stay blessed. Till next time, man.